Here today with the villagers, and they will express whatever they have in their hearts regarding the doubling of the tracks and the pollution we are going to face. So you all can hear to their cries whatever they want to say.
Madam, you are a Sarpanch. What do you want to say, madam?
I am with the people. I'll support my people. Whatever they want, I am elected for the development of my village, and I'll be with my people. Right?
The other day, MLA was in town, in the village. Anybody was called among your?
From the panchayat did not get any notice. I was not even aware what was going on till I saw on YouTube and people started calling me. So it would have been better if I was informed. At least the people would have been there. All the people would have been there for the inspection done.
As railway has told that they will going to Gara Watezore Mutta. Whether you are agree with that, you allow to go.
I feel the railway should show us the plans they are having, how they are going to shift the tracks. And once we see the plans only can we believe them. Because all this time we have been asking the RVNL for their papers where they have not showed us a single paper. So how can we believe them?
So this is a matter of trust.
It's a matter of trust, and we want everything legal. Right? When we build a house, government asks everything in legal. So as villagers, we also want from them everything in legal.
But one side we see that MLA always say that, and his supporters say that, why don't people come to him?
In fact, our villagers had gone to our MLA, and MLA had taken an appointment with the deputy collector. And when we went, few of us went to meet the deputy collector. As we entered, the deputy collector said, "We have come without taking appointment with him." When MLA had already taken. Anyway, when we went inside, when we tried to show him our papers, especially me, I showed him my paper that proves that the property is up to the tracks. He just flung the paper on my face. How can you even trust such people? You all tell me now.
चार्ज रावता वेस्टाक रेल्वेच्या इस्टाक तो येतो थंय दोन क्रॉस गेटी लागताय आमी दांड्यार सोन तर आमी आयतराचे मिसा तर येतो जाल्यार गेट पळो आहा ते गेटी भितर सिग्नल ना बुडूस गेटी भितर वता 15-20 मिनटां थिंगा हाचे तो म्हणल्यार ह्या मिस कावर जाता दुसरें कोणूय ते एमर्जन्सी दुयेंत जालो ॲम्ब्युलन्स आपयल्यार ॲम्ब्युलन्स पावना ॲम्ब्युलन्स आपयले जाल्यार ह्या हाडीन वता आनी दुयेंत त्या हाडीन वता तेन्ना चुकोन ॲम्ब्युलन्स तो त्या हाडीन पावले आनी तो ते हॉस्पिटल व्हरपाचो पेशंट आहा ॲम्ब्युलन्स पयल्या हाडीन वता आनी मदें गुडूस आसता हॉस्पिटल डॉक्टर ह्या हाडीन वताय असली परिस्थिती आतां एक लायनीचेर जाता हाल्यार 2 लायनी जर जाल्यो आनी व्हड प्रमाणान जर कोर्सो ओडोन तो चलो लागलो जाल्यार एकूय मिनट आमकां गेट ओपन मेळपाना म्हणजे त्या हाडी लोकांना त्या हाडी लोकांक मरो पडटले ह्या हाडी लोकांक सकयल वचपाक मेळपाना आनी सरकाराचें व्हडलें भाशणां टुरिजम आयज गोंया सगळें काळें जालां ग्रीन गोवा आलो तें आज ब्लॅक गोवा जालां कित्याक लागोन ह्या कोडशा लागोन आज आमकां गोंयच्या लोकांक ह्या कोडशाचो कसलोच बेनिफीट ना जेन्ना बेनिफीट आहा कर्नाटका एस्टेटीक जेन्ना आतां सांगलां त्या भाशेन कर्नाटका एस्टेटीक बार पोर्ट आहा तेन्ना वेवस्थीत जे बिजनस आहा त्या पोर्टांचेर तो अनलोडींग करूं जाता गोंया भितर हाडपाक गरज ना देखून हांव सांगता आमदार आमचो आहा तो ताका तो दिसता लोकांक सेव करपाक जाय आयज लोकां आपयले ते भाशेन लोक येयले ते भाशेन लोकांक मो देंवचें आनी तें सांगचें 4 जाणां 5 जाणांक आपल्या बडवो आहाय तांकां कोप मारून घाल तांकां घेवन येता आनी थिंग सायडीर वयता आनी दाखयता ही रेल्वे जमीन ही हें तें तें आपूण सोलपता कोण हेको इचारता म्हणटा तशें ना बराबर ताका हे लोकां मदें न्हू ती आपूण रेल्वे बंद करता म्हण लोकां तर नाका आपल्याकूय नाका आपूण लोकां बरोबर आहा म्हणटा लोकां बरोबर जाल्यार लोक आतां हिंगा आहा आयज तो खंय आहा कितले पाड आमगेलो मनीस गेले ताका आपोवपाक ते वचोन मेळ्ळे तो केन्ना येयलो ना आनी ते थोड्या बोडवान घेवन भोंवता आनी काय म्हणटा आपूण लोकां बरोबर आहा एक हांवें सांगूंक सोदतां जेन्ना एसएम तर गोंयची रेल्वे जायन तर हे गोडसो तर असो लागलो जाल्यार आनी हे भाशेन गोडसो डास लोकां पोटां वचपाक लागलो लोक जायतो वतलो जेन्ना तुवें लोकां आतां मोरगांव दवरले मोरगांव एम्बुलंसान तुवें एक 500 तर हाडून दवरलो कित्याक लोक बेगीन बेगीन वतलो एम्बुलंस तुवें बिजनेस केल्यार जाता आतां मोडक्या बिजनेस तेगे तर ऑलरेडी चालू आहा आतां तो मोडक्या बिजनेस सोडून आतां तुवें एम्बुलंसा बिजनेस वाडोवच पडटलो आनी लोकांक मोरगांव आनी एम्बुलंसां दिवची पडटली हें सांगून
Clear that I do not belong to any party, I do not belong to any NGO. I'm with any cause that is going to affect my village. I've heard various fights from various news articles that I've read, and there is a lot of variance in what is being said. I would like to put before you the facts of the matter right from when I got involved in it. I got involved into it in the year 2017. So I'm aware of what is happening right from 2017. I would like you, as I go along, to ask me any question pertaining to the track, and I'll be most welcome to address it. Let me take you now to the double track. The double track was passed or initiated by the Union government in the year 2012. So this issue is as old as 2012. And the project report, which has been submitted to get the project approved, very clearly says that this double track is required for iron ore, period. If you want to see that project report, I will show you the justification for the project. It was only project report. Then we came to 2017, when the railways said, we are not even considering a double track beyond Majorca. That is also documented. Subsequently, in 2020, they issued a notification to acquire land. This acquisition of land was because they tried first under Land Acquisition Act, they failed. They tried under the Compensation Act, the local government, they failed. So they imposed the Railway Land Acquisition Act. So this issue has heated up after that time. When this came up, we went along with the local MLA at that time, and we informed the Chief Minister, this is going to create this type of destruction. Villages of Velsa are not against development. We are against destructive development. This double track they have, which is for coal, is environmentally destructive, economically unviable, and not sustainable. And if you want, I will explain to you each one of them. This has been told to the CEC, which came here, and I represented the Velsa village and made these points across to the CEC. The CEC presented a report which confirmed these points. And the Supreme Court has agreed to these points and said that it is not viable. Not economically viable, it is technically, environmentally destructive, and technically not feasible. So the Chief Minister deputed his environmental minister in the year 2020, to be exact, November 2020. And the environmental minister moved along the track with us, and we explained to him the exact pain points. The pain points were Morog, the railway crossing, and the underbridge in Kansauli, although I was not very much involved in the Kansauli part. So you have to see houses very close to the track. At that time, the railways were told to move the track this side. So there is nothing new. What has been conveyed yesterday is nothing new. What surprises me is, I mentioned to you that this happened in November 2020. Even today, the railways are saying we are going to study it. What did they do for the last 2 years? They're just fooling everyone. You can check with the railways. whether they were not told in the year 2020 that this is going to affect their houses, and did they not say that they're going to move it? So where's the question of them thinking about it even today? So that is the issue. Later on, this Nilesh Kabral was the environment minister at that time, and he told the railways to come up with a revised proposal within 15 days. Nothing happened. And we're talking of 2020. 2021, we invited, our MLA invited the Chief Minister to come and see the pain points. The Chief Minister saw the pain points, understood the pain point, and convened a meeting in his office with the railway authorities. When these points were expressed, and he told them to find a solution. They have not found a solution. So the pain points continue.
Today, what do you want to convey?
I want to convey that this is not that they have solved our problem. They have not solved our problem at all. The question of land acquisition is not there. We come to land acquisition. What is this land acquisition? They have never ever said that the area alongside the railway track belongs to them. They only keep talking. They only get police and try to push us through. Show us the document. Show us the document. Today, for the first time, they have attempted to cut some trees. They are working towards cutting some trees. Now people have gone because there's a letter from the Forest Department which says that it is, they've used a very confusing term, which they have said government land. So we will let them come something in writing, only then we can challenge. On verbal things, we cannot challenge it in court. So this is what they want to say, that they are giving various pictures, they are not giving the correct picture.
Time, and there doesn't seem to be a solution. We all know that, the landowners, some of the landowners were sent notices for land acquisition proceedings. We have gone there, but the process is not completed. And now, to our shock and to our surprise, the government or the railway authorities, I won't say the government, the railway authorities are just barging into anybody's property and starting work. So the question that arises in my mind, I just would like to refer to the Supreme Court order, okay, with respect to the wildlife sanctuary. Now, in the Supreme Court order, there are about 12 suggestions made by the Supreme Court, of which 7 are with reference to Goa. And there, the Supreme Court, that is after the study made by the CEC, and the Supreme Court has stated that 1, that Goa is too small to contain the second track. 2, that the quantum, presently the number of rakes that are being used for the transport of coal is less than 50%. So that means there is 50% left in the present train system, okay, which can be used for carrying the coal. So there is no need of the second track. So when there are these suggestions made, again with respect to passengers, they said not even 50% of the bogies are used. So there is no need of a second track. And what he said, in case the passengers increase, there is always the what is the one? Konkan Railway. So the Konkan Railway is there. So the Supreme Court itself has made it very clear that Goa cannot contain the second track, and there is no need for the second track in Goa. And therefore, I request the government of India to pay heed to the suggestions made by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, the judiciary, is the highest branch of governance in the state, okay? I think it is the Supreme Court that tells us what is right and what is wrong. Let us pay heed to the suggestions made by the Supreme Court. Let us protect this little pearl of the Orient and let the people of Goa be happy. We elect a government for our good. We elect a government because we want to better our lives. not destroy our lives. And therefore, we request the government to pay heed to the suggestions of the Supreme Court. Here you can hear the noise.
Meetings with the panchas. Now, why they are taking certain stands? Maybe because they want some underpasses and things like that. Understand? That area already there are 2 tracks there. So they are talking of the 3rd track, which they are saying it is coming close to the platform. Now, maybe they are not studying in depth like how our people have studied. But a day will come that they will repent. Certain elements in Konkanni will repent for the, if they don't stand up for their rights. People of ROC already fighting there. You have seen at St. Lawrence Church what has you have been a party to this also. The opposition, how people are opposed.
So finally, villagers, railways can have a joint meeting, see the properties and close.
We want a solution. We don't want every day in and day out with this tension. We are not going to live for 1,000 years. We want to live in peace. We want peace in this village. Every time they bring busloads of police there. It is our hard-earned money that we are paying our taxes and you are paying your salaries. Don't threaten us. CID गाते आख्या गावात CID पावताय लोकांक एका घरान पावताय सांगताय गोंयचे कोटा बरो राव नाकाय म्हण. People are coming to us. Don't create this scare situation in the village. Don't make us, you all are already pushing us to the wall. Don't do that. I am again telling the state government, we will bring the people on the roads and you will see what will happen. We will not care if there is G20 summit or whatever. आज सांगता आमच्या तुमच्या मध्यान. We have our documents. Let us sit across the table. Let the railways produce their documents. We will produce ours. This is open challenge to them. But don't do the job like what they are doing right now. Have you seen the railway work right now is merging with the MDR. There is hardly a gap of 40 centimeters between the MDR and the railway embankment. Imagine I cannot even imagine what kind of planning is this. 40 centi is the gap between the main district road which is passing here, okay, and the embankment of the railways. Have you seen any state like this?
Protest is not the solution.
Because there is a deficit of trust. The government has not stood by the people. You saw our ex-punch, Mr. Ashok Soza, was literally, he was pushed. It is on the media. When he tried to stop the removal of the poles which were erected by the landlord. The PI just pushing him, shoving him around. You are senior citizen, you are just pushing him aside. Gundagiri. That is to protect the people. You are just doing the opposite.
वेलसांवकारांचेर जे रेल्वे डबल ट्रॅकिंगाचें संकट येयलां हें एक्चुअली सीएमान हँडल करूं येता आसलें. कित्याक सांग एक्स सीएम आहा तेणी सांगलेलें डबल ट्रॅकिंगाची गरज ना म्हणून. आनी हो जो सीएम आहा आमचो तो कोणाच्या आशे खातीर आनी कोणाचें पोट भरपाक हो डबल ट्रॅकिंग करता तें आमकां खबर ना. आयज सरकार लिटरली गुंडागिरी करपाक उठल्या, दादागिरी करपाक उठल्या. डेप्युटी कलेक्टर सपोर्ट करिना, चीफ ऑफिसर सपोर्ट करिना, खंयचे गव्हर्मेंट ऑफिसर्स आहा न्हू ते गोंयकारांक आमच्या लोकल्सांक सपोर्ट करिना. आमी आतां ऑलरेडी वेलसांवचें कितें चल्लां न्हू सगळें पळयलां आमी. हेका गुंडागिरी म्हणटा, गुंडागिरी. आयचे जे सरकार आहा न्हू हे गोंयचे आमचे जे प्रॉब्लम्स आहा, जे इश्यूज आहा हे सॉल्व करपाक समर्थ ना आनी तेंचे कडेन हे आमचे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करपाक जावंक ना. आयज कोळसो हो मेजर इश्यू सारको. ईच एंड एवरी गोंयकाराक कोळसो नाका. फक्त कोळसो जावं हे 40 MLA हेंची पोटां भरपाक जाय म्हणून. आयज जे मुर्मुगांवांत चल्ला न्हू तो मरणाचो तांडव चल्ला थंयसर. कोरोनाच्या टायमाचेर आमी भोगला, आमी ताकला. आयज सकाळी व्हिडिओ काडला हांवें कोळसो दाखयला. हातीचेर तूं बेंचाचेर असो हात मारलेलो कोळसो. हो कोळसो आमी ब्रीथ करता, आमी उदकान आमच्या पिता. आमची ल्हान ल्हान भुरगीं तें उदक पिता, जेयता खाता हे कोळशान आमी. हे सीएमान जाणून घेवपाक जाय. तुमकां GSW आनी अदानीची पोटां भरपाक बसोंक ना आमी थंयसर. आमी वोट मारला, आमी सरकार घडयला न्हू तो आमच्या लोकांक सेफ करपाक. अरे म्हाका एक सांग, आमच्या लोकांची घरां उडोवन JSW अदानीचे पोर्ट भरतले. आयज पोर्टान थंय कितें चला तें खबर? आयज मरीन लायफ डिस्ट्रॉय करून सोडले. आयज पोर्टान सगळे कडेन पोर्ट जर पळोवंक 1 किलोमिटर पोर्ट काळो जाल्लो आहा सगळो आख्खो. टोटल सगळे कोल पोल्युशन जे दर्यान वयता न्हू, सगळे मरीन लायफ इफेक्ट करता. मरीन लायफ इफेक्ट करता ते करता आमच्या ल्हान ल्हान भुरग्यांक इफेक्ट करता. आयज हांव वेलसांवचे आयज एक्चुअली टॉपीक हो, पूण मुर्मुगांवसून कोल स्टार्ट जाता मुर्मुगांवचे सांगता. मुर्मुगांवान 70% लोकांच्या घरान हो कोळसो वयता. 70 आमी सारान मारता सकाळी जेन्ना कोळसो आसता. हे सीएमान जाणून घेवपाक जाय. आनी सीएमान हांव आनी एक सांगता, वेलसांव गोंयान पडटा, बांगलादेश न्हू. तूं आयज हांगासर येवन ह्या लोकांचे प्रॉब्लेम पर्सनली सॉल्व करपाक जाय आसलेले. हांगासर लोकल MLA हांगासर घेवन जो MLA स्टेटमेंट करता न्हू, MLA कांयच नॉलेज ना हितुरली. हांव सांगता चारण्याची नॉलेज ना ताका. जेन्ना सुप्रीम कोर्टान जर वेस्टर्न घाट्सांसून थंयसून जर रेल्वे डबल ट्रॅकिंग जावंक शकना म्हणून सांगलें न्हू, तूं गांवांतसून कितें करता रे? आयज आतां वयर चर्ची कडेन वचा, ट्रेकिंग चर्ची कडेन जाल्यार हो कवर पळय कहो दिसता तो. हांव सांगता शंकर भुंय सांगता तुका हो टोटल फूल ग्रीन कवर आहा सारको. आनी आयज हो सगळे तुमी कट करून सगळे काबार करपाक उठले. हे एनवायरमेंट डिस्ट्रॉय करपाक आमी हो सरकार हाडला. आनी हो सरकार म्हाज्या हिसपान जाल्यार गोंयकारांक आमकां सपोर्ट करिना. हांव मागता गोंयकारां कडेन की आमी एक जावन आमचे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करचे पडटले. आयज वेलसांव जे चल्लां न्हू, ही दादागिरी आनी गुंडागिरी सरकाराची. देव बरें